In this video, I'm going to talk about the simple. Well, I'm going to give you a simple writing assignment number one, which is similar to the actual writing assignment number one in Math for Teachers 2. Um, starting with problem number one, where June wants to work for 11 and a quarter hours at her part-time job this week. She has already worked 5.5 hours. How many more hours does she need to work? All right, so pretty much by reading this problem, it's actually a subtraction problem. We're going to be subtracting mixed numbers here. So here, to set this up, we got 11 and 1/4 minus 5 and 1/2. Now, what I would do in this case is convert each of those mixed numbers into improper fractions. So for 11 and 1/4, if I want to convert that to an improper fraction, I'll just take the denominator times a whole number and then add the numerator. So 4 times 11 will be 44. 44 plus 1 will be 45. So this will be 45 over the denominator, which is 4. And the same for 5.5. Take the denominator, multiply by the whole number, then add the numerator. So 2 times 5 will be 10. 10 plus 1 will be 11 over 2. So I got 45 over 4 minus 11/2. Now I need to find the least common denominator for 4 and 2. That means I need to find the smallest number that is divisible by 4 and by 2. So if I was to list all the multiples of 2 and the multiples of 4, you can see that 4 is the smallest multiple in 2 and 4. So that means my least common multiple will be 4. And then I'll write equivalent fractions for this. Well, notice I do already have the common denominator of 4 here in 45 over 4, so I can bring that 45 over. But I need to write 11/2 as a fraction with the common denominator of 4. So if I want that 2 to change to a 4, I will need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2. So that means 2 times 2 will be the 4, and 11 times 2 will be 22. And now I can subtract 45/4 minus 22/4. So here I just subtract the numerator and keep the same denominator. So 45 minus 22 will be 23. And bring down the denominator of 4. So I will have 23 over 4, but I need to change 23/4 to a mixed number. And I do that by dividing 4 into 23. Now I'll do this off to the side. Well, 4 goes into 23 5 times. And then 5 times 4 will be 20. Subtract 20 from 23, you'll get 3 left over. So that means that the 5 will be the whole number. My remainder of 3 will be the numerator. The denominator will be 4. So as a mixed number, it will be 5 3/4. So in this case, June would need to work 5 3/4 hours more for this week, for that week. All right, problem number 2. Problem number 2. A university has 31,600 students. Of these, 1/4 are freshmen, 1/5 are sophomores, 3/10 are juniors, and 3/20 are seniors, and the remainder are unclassified. How many students are in each class at this university? Okay. So we got 31,600 students at one particular university, and they tell you the fractional part for each class. For freshmen, the 1/4 of them are freshmen, so we got 1/4 times 31,600. So here we have to multiply 1/4 of 31,600. Now, of course, we can put the 31,600 over 1 and then multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. Oops, 600, 31,600 over 1, not over 4. Okay. So this will be 31,600 if I multiply numerator times numerator over 4, denominator times denominator, and then divide 4 into 31,600, you'll get, let's see, 7,900. So in this case, there's 7,900 freshmen. Now for the number of sophomores. In this case, we're told that 1/5 are sophomores. So 1/5 of the 31,600. So this will be 1/5 times 31,600 over 1, which will be 31,600 over 5 if I multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator, and then divide 5 into 31,600, you'll get 6,320. And then for juniors, it says here that 3/10 are juniors. 3/10 are juniors. That's 3 over 10 times 31,600, which will be 3 over 10 times 31,600 over 1. Now, if I multiply 3 times 31,600, that would be 94,800 divided by 1 times 10, which is 10. And then 94,800 divided by 10 would be 9,480. So that means there are 9,480 juniors. All right, and seniors. 3/20 are seniors, so that's 3 over 20 times 31,600. So that means I have 3 over 20 times 31,600 over 1. Well, I know, excuse me, I know that 3 times 31,600, that's 94,800 divided by 20 times 1, which is 20. So 94,800 divided by 20 will be 4,720. Okay. And the remainder are unclassified. Unclassified. Now, the way we can find out the number that are unclassified probably would be to, now there are 2 ways you can do this: add up the fractions and then just subtract that from one whole, or you can add these numbers up and subtract that from the 31,600, okay, to get your answer. Now I need to make a correction on this number right here, which should be 4,740. Okay, 4,740 would be the correct answer for the number of seniors. All right, now for the unclassified. If I take these fractions here, 1/4, 1/5, 3/10, 3/20, and add those numbers together, what I would need is a common denominator for 4, 5, 10, and 20. That would end up being 20 for each one of these. Okay. Now, for the 1/4, I have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 5 and convert that to 5/20ths. And then for 1/5 with the denominator of 20, I need to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 4. Now I have 4/20ths. For 3/10, I have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2 to get 6/20. Well, 3/20ths already has the common denominator of 20. So I just bring over the 3. Now, if I add 5/20ths, 4/20ths, 6/20ths, and 3/20ths together, this will be 18/20. And I will reduce that by dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2. This will be 9/10. Okay. And then finally, I will have, of course, for the unclassified, it would be 1/2 minus 9/10. And that 1/2 is like 10/10. Minus 9/10, you'll get 1/10. So that means that the remaining 1/10 are unclassified. And then multiply that by 31,600, which will be, of course, 1/10 times 31,600 over 1, or 31,600 over 10, which is 3,160. Okay. Now, what I could have done here was add 7,900, 6,320, 9,480, and 4,740 together and subtract that total from the 31,600 to get 3,160. Okay, so this should assist you with completing that first writing assignment. And I do need to inform you on that writing assignment, points will be deducted if you do not write your explanation in words. You have to explain it to write out in words and explain it to someone who has never seen this problem before. So make sure that you write your explanation in your own words, okay? Because only about 15 points will be devoted to the math during the math, but the other 10 points will have to be based on your explanation, giving a detailed explanation of how you will work those particular problems out, as if someone has never seen this before. So reach out to me if you have any questions about the writing assignment.